Guy with a long rifle, we don't know where the hell he's at. Building! SWAT guy, slow down! He's in the damn building right there! Don't know where he's at, he's in that building right here, shots from that building!
Welcome back. We continue our special coverage after the sniper attacks on police officers in Dallas, Texas. Those were some of the 911 calls that poured in after the attack started. And one of the unfortunate things about this entire situation is there's been a surge of anti-police threats on Twitter and other social media just after those recent shootings of Alton Sterling in Louisiana and Philando Castile in Minnesota. We're going to welcome back in Miranda Kahn right now. She's been taking a look at some of these tweets. We also have a complimentary story on Newsmax.com right now. But Miranda, what can you tell us?
Yeah, John, it's been a huge issue these past 3 days now. In February, Twitter announced that it was stepping up its efforts to disallow those involved in extremism from spreading those messages on the site. Now, this according to the New York Times. Since then, it says the social media site has suspended 125,000 accounts associated with extremists. Now, here's a look at some of the tweets posted just before the massacre of police officers in Dallas. This one comes from Ben Baller, rapper Kanye West's personal jeweler. He tweeted this: Christopher Dorner is a legend. He saw this police curse word a long time ago and tried to do something about it. Disagree with me, along with another acronym for a word that, well, we just can't say on air. Kane Griffin tweeted this out: take the pigs to the slaughterhouse instead of letting them kill us, along with an image of a pig and a gun that you see right there. And Alex Bishop tweeted this: hopefully this boy in Dallas is getting kill shots on these pigs. And Shamira tweeted this: we need to have a real life purge and kill these MF pigs. We ain't got no use for them at this point. She apparently removed that tweet following the shootings in Dallas. Again, according to Twitter rules, no one is allowed to make threats of violence or promote violence, including threatening or promoting terrorism. We'll have to see if more of these continue. John, back to you.
I got to admit, Miranda, I'm somewhat conflicted. You know, we talked about doing this segment today. Should we put this stuff out there? Should we help spread the messages of these disgusting, hateful people? You know, who folks might not remember who Christopher Dorner is. He led police on he attacked them out in California a few years ago and then burnt the dwelling where he was residing down. But you know, we figured we would put this stuff out there just so that if anybody knows Ben Baller or Kane Griffin or any of these other people spreading this type of just these terrible tweets, they're not helpful. It's hate. Exactly. This is hate speech. It's not helping. And you wonder if there's some culpability for these folks for the tweets that were sent prior to this. How do people react? I mean, it's not much different, Miranda, from what Ben Baller said than what ISIS does on social media.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. I understand some of the frustration. I can understand both sides of this argument, but what I can't understand are statements like we're seeing here. There you're seeing Ben Baller again. I just can't. And it's even hard, as you can tell, for me to even read that. I don't know what possesses people to do it. Hate is not going to solve anything.
All right, Miranda, thanks. And, you know, for anybody else out there, you know, don't respond. Don't reach out to these people. Don't write back. Do circulate their names. Make sure we raise awareness as to who they are. They don't deserve to be on Twitter, let alone perhaps even walk on this planet. It's just disgusting. All right, we do want to take another look real quick. Of course, reaction has been pouring in from across the country today. Here is some of that reaction from the political world. Take a listen.
Get out here. We got a guy with a long rifle. We don't know where the hell he's at. Building! SWAT guy, slow down! He's in the damn building right there! Don't know where he's at. He's in that building right here. Shots from that building. 169, we have got to get DFD down here now. He is 1-6 right now. 169, get him here. We got a suspect down. Just shot those six. I'm en route to the Baylor Hospital. Let them know I'm coming. All
right, so do we have the reaction from the political world? Okay. Well, as you know, political reaction has been coming in across the planet, and we all can agree these tragedies, what took place in Louisiana, what took place in Minnesota, none of these folks deserve to die. The cops certainly didn't deserve to die. They went to work thinking that they were going to come home and see their families. They went to this Black Lives Matter protest, or whatever kind of protest it was in Dallas, to make sure that people were protected. They're not just there to harass these protesters. They're there to make sure that everybody there is safe. Nobody wanted to see anybody get hurt, and we've heard the reaction from the organizer of the protest in Dallas. This is the worst thing that they could have ever imagined happening. Now the question is, where do we go from here as a country? We've heard from the Obama administration talking about gun control. We've heard from other Democrats talking about gun control. We'll hear from former Attorney General Alberto Gonzales coming up here in just a few moments. He's a native Texan. He talked about, he's going to talk about the fact that he believes that a lot of congressional Republicans are out of step with the American public, specifically when it comes to this issue on background checks. We all want to make sure that our constitutional rights are protected. We have a constitutional right, and you can see the guests who are going to be coming up. We have Alberto Gonzales coming up here shortly. Ron Hosco will be with us as well. And we've had Cheryl Dorsey join us. Michael Reagan and Tom Watley will be here with us throughout the night. We'll continue to check in with them, and we'll give you the latest on what's taking place in Dallas. But as we look at this situation, if there's any silver lining here to all this, if there's any redeeming quality what's taken place here, we do hear calls for unity now. We hear calls for prayer and calls for peace. Maybe this is what finally wakes everybody up in this country. There is something taking place here. And there are obviously legitimate aspects to the Black Lives Matter movement. Nobody should be worried about a routine traffic stop by a police. If you were speeding, you should get the ticket and go on your way. Nobody should be killed just because they have a brake light that doesn't work. These are things that we need to address. However, how is this shooting in Dallas in particular going to change the conversation? We saw those tweets there that Miranda talked about. Those folks clearly have no business being part of this discussion, and it is incumbent now upon anybody affiliated with the Black Lives Matter movement to make sure that they distance themselves from that type of hateful rhetoric. It's no different than the hateful rhetoric used by any extremist group, whether it's right-wing extremists, Islamic extremists, Black Lives Matter extremists. There is no room anymore in the discussion for this type of because these are the results. This is what takes place. 5 men shot, 5 officers shot, others wounded. We lost not police officers, of course they're officers. We didn't lose 2 black men in those police-involved shooting. We lost Americans this week. And until we realize who the real enemy is, and it's not us, we have problems, we have differences, we have things we've got to take care of, but we're not the enemy. We have real enemies overseas, real people that want to hurt us. We've got people like terrorists, lone wolf terrorists that we need to focus our attention on. They are the enemy. So before we go around assigning blame, and I know there's going to be a time and a place for that, that'll certainly come. Let's think about the officers who were killed and who the real adversaries are in our daily lives. We're going to continue to follow this story. Of course, we got a full slate of show. In addition to this extra hour of program we brought for you, I'm going to be sitting in. I'll be hosting Hardline for Ed Berliner, who's off today. Following up after that, we'll have JD and Steve Malzberg joining us. Malzberg, of course, will be here for his usual 7 o'clock hour. And JD will be here with us from 8 to 9 o'clock live. And just some of the people we'll be speaking with tonight: Alberto Gonzales, Ron Hosco, Cheryl Dorsey, Michael Reagan, and Tom Watley, a retired police detective. And Tom and I were talking last night as this was all unfolding, and it's just hard to believe that this is the state of America today, 21st century America. 5 police officers assassinated in cold blood by a sniper in Dallas, Texas. Much more to come here. Stay with us.
Okay, code 3, stay off the radio, officer down. Shots fired, officer down, it's an assist officer. Get out here, we got a guy with a long rifle, we don't know where the hell he's at. Building! Squad guy, slow down! He's in the damn building right there! Don't know where he's at, he's in that building right here, shots from that building! 169, we have got to get DFD down here now. He is one sick right now. 169, get him here. We got a suspect down. The shot, those sick. I'm en route to the Baylor Hospital. Let them know I'm coming.